Obesity is a disease. That's what the American Medical Association thinks. It's definitely a controversial move that's garnered a lot of criticism. Life coach Pat Barone with Catalyst Coaching joins us now with more. And Pat, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
There's a lot of jokes going around, I guess, that you were saying that if you call in sick, you're out sick with obesity. That's kind of happening right now, huh?
Right. You know, it's a new perspective. It's
Yeah.
a new way of looking at this. So I guess the question is it going to be helpful or not?
Right. Pros and cons we have with this subject. Let's start with the pros. One of the pros is it gets the conversation started from your doctor.
There is a lot of evidence that doctors don't like to talk about this. People who are in the obese category, over half of them never are told by a doctor that they are obese. And doctors will only talk to about 28% of patients about that.
And you feel like that'd be something a doctor would mention right away.
Well,
you know?
if you do come in with a broken leg, they're going to talk about it, right?
Right.
So in that sense, it being categorized as a disease might be positive. It could also be positive if the condition gets taken more seriously,
Right.
and if there's more talk, more research, more funding, that kind of thing.
Right, right. It's a very serious issue that leads to a lot of other serious issues too.
Right. It leads to every lot
Heart
of major
disease, diabetes, yeah, that kind of thing.
Every single type of cancer is
Right.
predicated by excess weights.
And some of the cons of maybe making this classification as obesity as a disease.
Well, if doctors have to talk about it, then they have to treat it. And so far, our treatments have failed in the physical realm. You know, anything that's medical has failed. Even weight loss surgery and even the best drug that's ever treated obesity has only been good for about 7 pounds a year.
Oh, wow.
Despite a lot of side effects.
Right.
So that's the downside, and it can be an excuse.
Right.
You know, it can be a big excuse. It's a disease. I can't do anything about it.
Right.
And that takes it out of the realm of personal responsibility, which is really where you want to see the change happen.
Do you think a lot of people already use it that way, you know, even if they don't think of it as a disease?
Oh, I think absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, that area of personal responsibility is where so much of it lies because it's so complicated.
Right.
And people don't like their boundaries bashed.
Right.
They don't want this type of thing regulated. But look what happened to tobacco and alcohol and things
Right.
like that. They became regulated very heavily. So that could be a negative.
And the third con removes it from the realm of possible personal responsibility, like you just said. It kind of, you know, makes people think that it doesn't fall on me right now.
Right.
This is someone else's fault. I can't help it.
Right. And the truth is, I've been working with this for over 12 years with a lot of clients, and a great deal of it is in that area of your personal change.
Right.
Only a small part of it is the medical, physical part. So all of your mental, your emotional, your spiritual aspects of it are not going to be treated, you know, by anything in the medical community.
So how do you see it? What do you think? Is the AMA right with this classification, or?
I think if it's a little bit of a deal between insurance companies and the AMA to make more funding available for surgery and drugs that haven't worked, then it's kind of perverted.
Right.
And what we really want to see is something that empowers people to make a change in a way that's going to affect their lives forever.
It's definitely a controversial move that a lot of people have been talking about the past couple of weeks.
Right.
Pat, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.